Hello once again, Star Wars and Unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba. Here we are in the first of the new year, and this box from Gentle Giant has been sitting under my table right over here for roughly 2.5 months. And I am so sorry that I have not gotten to it sooner, but there was just so many other things between the Galaxy's Edge first visit, second visit, the holidays, tree trimming, holiday ornaments, Rise of Skywalker, Mandalorian. Wow. Force Friday, there was just so much going on that it just kept getting away from us. So, but it's here now, and I want to very much get this going. So, why don't we get right to it? This is another one of those Gentle Giant jumbo vintage 12-inch figures, which I'm very curious to see. It looks as though they've slowed down the production of these, and I'm kind of disappointed. I mean, I think there was a part of me, it's funny, like, there's a part of me that when it first came out, when they first started doing it and they started coming out with one figure, then two figures, then three figures, I said, okay, they're probably going to do all the figures, and that's going to just be a pain because, you know, there are a lot of figures in that original vintage line. But then they kind of stopped doing it. I'm just being very gentle with the packing peanuts here because I would really like to avoid having these go all over the place. So they seem to have kind of slowed down a little bit. So, and I'm of a mixed opinion. I like this thing. Do I want them to have every single figure? I don't know. But they've done so many at this point that I feel like not finishing it feels kind of odd. So who knows? But nonetheless, this is one of the latest ones to come out. All right, if I can do this and hopefully not tip the box over. Perfect. All right. And here we have, try to get the glare away, we have the Empire Strikes Back. Note, I am dressed appropriately in my Empire Strikes Back shirt. We have our Empire Strikes Back Bespin Princess Leia. So, really great. And as with all of these, they do a vintage style card. Obviously, the figure is kind of disproportionate to the card size in comparison to the original smaller card, but this is essentially what the card looked like, and even on the back it shows how many that there are. It's right now they are currently up to 58 figures, and I do believe that I have most of them. If not all of them, I have most. There's been a couple of variants and things of that nature, and I don't really collect variants as long as I have, like, the one exception that I did collect, and if you watched previous episodes, you can find it. The C-3PO from the Droids cartoon and the R2-D2 from the Droids cartoon. So, that notwithstanding, I think everything else has pretty much just been one example of each. And I do enjoy, I like the idea of this. Some people don't. They think it was a kind of a cop-out. I disagree. I'm always of this opinion, folks. Like, you collect what you want, right? And I've heard that, and I've said this before. You collect what you want, and what you don't want, you don't collect. Now, maybe they have had more sluggish sales, and because of the sluggish sales, they're not making any more. Which, okay, I get that. I get that. I understand that, and it is a business, and I understand that too. But I was hoping that they could, with 58 done now, I'm feeling like, okay. But then again, I think about it, and I'm thinking about the ones. I'm thinking about the figures that aren't made yet, like things like the Imperial Dignitary, and I think to myself, do I really want an Imperial Dignitary? I mean, do I need a 12-inch version of that? It seems like they've really touched upon the figures that are the highlighted figures that people would want. So I'm wondering if that's kind of where, like they made Wicket, and I think they made Chief Chirpa, the Ewoks, but I don't know if they made any of the other ones. I'll have to look at that. What I probably should do is look and just kind of do a comparison of what they've made versus what they've not made. But yeah, I'm thinking that this is not something I necessarily have to have every single one made. All right. And again, I say it on every one of these. I love the box casing for this because it does allow us to keep the cards, keep the packages in the cards, and then, you know, if the time comes sometime in my future where I would like to resell it, I can very not ever dream of selling it mint and card. I would say, it would have been on display, but it would be nice to be able to have that. Oh my God! Our first out of the gate, I will say that the vinyl cape for Leia is very, very odd. It's almost like a paper. It's like a very thickness there. So this is great. I mean, I love the way they do these. One of the things I like about the jumbo versions of Leia is that they stand, because the smaller action figures, when the small version of them, not so much. Okay, so that's always an issue. Now let's see the tried and true test, the blaster. This is a enlarged version of the blaster. Let's see if I can get it in there. Okay, seems to be all right. It seems to be holding very nicely. Okay, that works out pretty well. So I will say, though, that don't be surprised if you put these on display that these weapons start to fall out with any kind of expansion or contraction, depending on the weather, the humidity, and the space that you're putting this in. So just be careful with that. So that's my only complaint about the Gentle Giant Jumbo series, is that the weapons don't always fit. This one seems to be starting off on a good note. So that's really great. As I said, they have created 58 figures, not including some variants, and yeah, they've done quite a bit of the figures. Like I'm looking, I'll even show you this. That's what it looks like, okay? And so I can get a look here. Looks like that, those original 12. You got R2, you got Vader, you got Luke, you got 3PO, you got Han Solo somewhere. I know you got Luke. There's Han. There's the Death Trooper, or not Death Trooper, Death Squad Commander, Jawa, Obi-Wan, Leia, Stormtrooper, Tusken Raider, 11, Chewbacca, 12. So they've got the original 12. Some other ones, Cantina aliens. You've got Hammerhead, you got Walrus Man, you've got Greedo, you got Snaggletooth, both. And I think, did they do the small one? Ooh. Did they not? No, yeah, you got your Snaggletooth, and then you got your blue Snaggletooth, okay? So you've got those. You've got R5-D4, you've got, in terms of the Empire series, you've got all, let's see, we have Zuckuss, we have 4LOM, we have the Death Star droid, we have a lot. They had two different Jawas. They had the vinyl cape Jawa and the regular Jawa. So they include a lot of their variants in this. The only variants I don't see here are the R2 and 3PO droids versions. You have the Emperor. I think they include, was Anakin Skywalker. I thought they included is Anakin not here? I'm pretty sure we did. We got Anakin too. I'm not seeing him though. They have both Han, small head, and big head. So when you take away those variants, now you're getting down to more like maybe not 58, more like 54. But I'm pretty sure they did Anakin. So Anakin's on, meaning old, like the "Go my son" with the eyebrows from the original, the old man Anakin. I'm pretty sure they did him, and he's not on here. So that might have been another special one. Han and Carbonite. We have get back to bounty hunters. We got Zuckuss, we got 4LOM, we got IG-88, we got Dengar, we got Boba Fett, and we got Bosk. So we got all those. We got Yoda. Cantina, or sorry, Jabba's aliens. We got the Gamorrean Guard, Bib Fortuna. We didn't get Rees yet. We didn't get, like, that's a lot of things. We got Yak Face. We didn't get Amanaman. Of course, he's big, so that might be a reason why. So, yeah, it seems to be a little bit of hit or miss. You know, some of the things we got, some things we didn't get. I'm pretty sure. In fact, go back in the episodes. I'm pretty sure they included an Anakin. I don't know why they don't have it on here, but I'm pretty sure an Anakin was in there. So, who knows? Will they ever finish? I know that they started doing some G.I. Joe figures. You know, the smaller G.I., which is, I don't know if that was kind of weird because they made the small G.I. Joe figures jumbo size to 12-inch figures. But G.I. Joe was more popular as a 12-inch line anyway, so to make them reduced and then bring them back up. But now it's really popular as that, so whatever. Maybe it's popular. I'm not a G.I. Joe collector, so I can't really say. You'd have to talk to some... Let's find a G.I. Joe unboxing show. I'm sure there's something out there. And I know that the Superpowers collection, Superman, Batman, I know they were doing that with some of those characters as well. So who knows? Okay, they just might have decided to move on to other things, and that's fine. But, you know... I kind of hope that they maybe knock out a few more, so we'll see what happens. So that'll do it for this week's episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. Check out all my videos. Check me out on Instagram and Twitter at Darth Tuba. The Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing page on Facebook. Again, welcome to all our new subscribers. Continue to spread the word about the channel. Let's get that subscription number up. As I have mentioned in previous episodes, I'm doing some social media marketing and analytics to try to get the numbers up, just so more people can see the show. And I have noticed that just regular views, you have kind of boosted up a little bit. So, but again, I'm just doing this to get people out there who like Star Wars and who like Star Wars collecting, who want to see different takes on it. Here it is. If you get a chance to do this, to get this one, go right ahead. I can tell you I've started to see these characters in toy shows and stuff. You can find, sometimes you can get them for slight discounts. Sometimes if you buy 2 or 3, they'll knock $10 off of each or something. So you can find these for slightly, for the price that they originally were, and even down a little bit lower. So depending on the rarity of the figure. So thank you so much for watching. Check me out. We launch videos generally on Sundays and Wednesdays. Until next time, may the Force be with you.